welcome to this episode of Keek will try to fix it. Today I'm doing the hedge trimmer as promised. First I need to clear out the shed. So let's get into it then, shall we?
Keek will fix it!
Okay, we're now in the shed. So the audio quality might be a little bit worse than normal. I know, shocker. But this is the hedge trimmer. As you can see, it's all disassembled at the moment. This is where the piston goes into. The piston housing, I guess you'd call it. Got some other parts around. Gonna be honest, I can't remember how exactly it all goes back together. Especially this part right here. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. There you go, that part right there. I can't remember where that goes. Gonna be honest, I did fiddle about with this for an hour or so before filming, just to try and remember how things went together, and I couldn't figure it out. I've looked at all the diagrams online, and they show how to put each individual thing back together, like, you know, how to put the carb back together, stuff like that, but they don't show how to put the carb onto the actual engine. So I really just cannot remember where this goes. I might just leave it out and see if it still runs or not. Okay, so I'm going to try and get the carburetor built now. I don't think I'm going to explain what I'm doing step by step, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going to try and put some shit together, and I'll just be saying shit as I'm doing it, to be honest. I mean, I've got loads of holes. I've got loads of things to put in the holes. The fuel lines just out of the way, out of the way. Can't remember which side goes on the engine and which side doesn't. Let's look back at this. So, the side with the ring, I'm guessing it's the side that goes. I'm not sure, actually. So, oh, I think that's where the air intake is. Side of this rubber ring, but I might be completely wrong about that. The main reason I say that is because on the engine I've got this like oval hole, and on the diagram it's saying that this hole goes to this, which then goes to this gasket, but then it doesn't say where that actually then goes to, and there's nothing online that says where this then goes to. So I'm assuming it then goes to this hole on the actual engine, like that. Obviously, like all the holes lined up. Then this side, it goes on to here, like that. And that rubber seal is the only gasket that seals this. How this goes on, like, it gets like that. And then I know that these long bolts, they go through here and then into this. Got to figure out which way this goes on, actually. Like that, I assume. No, it doesn't like to sit on there very well, so I don't really know, actually. Maybe this little metal piece here is like a spacer? There's a spacer for this, to give it some more room. Again, the diagram doesn't have anything on this little metal piece here. It literally doesn't have anything on it. It doesn't say where it goes, what it does. And the part diagrams just differ. Even though it's for this one, it's a KHS 750A. I've got the part diagram up for the KHS 750A, but some parts are just different. So maybe there's like different submodels. I have fucking no idea. Or maybe the websites are just wrong. But they all show exactly the same diagrams. So the only thing I can do is just guess. Because I didn't film myself taking it apart. And I didn't take pictures like an idiot. Because this was before I had the YouTube idea. So, you know, in future, I'll have it on camera. So I know how to put it back together. But this time... let's say that does go there. Then let's say that these do go through here. Does that all fit together? Not really, because this piece of metal, this piece of plastic hits that. Okay. So let's try it the other way around. If I put it on there like this, does that fit on there? No. Oh, actually, that does fit on there. That fits on there like that. That kind of looks like that's how it's meant to be. Yeah, maybe the metal piece is the wrong way around. Don't know if it's meant to be like this, or if it could be like this, or if it needs to be like this, or like this. Like there's, what, 4 different orientations it could be? That one looks the best to me. I'm going to leave it like that, I think. Stick these bolts in there. Come on. That makes sense to me. Then I think what I need to do is get this insulator onto this. So the long bolts go into these 2 holes. Come on, camera, what are you focusing over there for, you piece of shit? Like, why is it focusing on that random red thing? Like, whatever. Come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Just focus where I want you to blow focus. It goes into... Oh god, man, I'm going to have an aneurysm in a minute. It goes into these holes here. This one. And this one. Those 2 holes. Those where those long bolts go. And then there's more holes. Oh, no they don't. That's a lie. Sorry. That's a blatant lie. The long bolts actually go into these 2 holes. This one and this one. Those 2 holes there. And these ones on the side is where the insulator clamps on to the actual engine. So I need to line up the oblong with the oblong. Then there's also like some other holes, but I don't really know how they need to line up. Where's the gasket gone? So I've got this gasket here, so this gasket there sits on there like that. That's fine, that's easy, we know that. And this, it's a bunch of holes. Okay, so this hole must, there's like a 5th hole or 6th hole right here, which looks to be what goes there. So then that must mean that I need 2 bolts. Again, I haven't organised these bolts very well. They're all kind of mishmashed. So it's going to be a bit of trial and error to see which one actually fits. That's too loose. That's too small, that one. This one's too loose. This one has a washer on it, which would stop it from going down onto this. So it can't be... It's none of those. I got more here, which again, I don't remember where they all go. So I've got an odd one as well. Like, what's that one for? That's also too small. These ones, they fit. So I'm going to use 2 of these. Okay, so gasket on. Then that hole goes lined up with that hole. Okay, let's do this. Let's put these through like that and like that. No, they can't be the right ones because they stick out such a little amount. They can't be the correct ones. If I was smart, what I would have done is I've taken the bolts out and put the bolts back in the same place where I just took them out from. That's what I should have done. It can't be that. It's way too big. Those ones come out a bit longer. But did they fit in here? Yep, that fits. Okay, I think I found the ones. So again, line up these holes. Somehow. What? What are these holes lining up anymore? Go through there. Then you go through there. Maybe put it on like that instead. I hope the camera's auto-focusing correctly. No, how much you can see. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the autofocus settings on this camera because it seems to just be autofocusing random shit. See you in a second. Right, okay, I've changed the focusing settings again, so now it should just hopefully focus in the middle. Because it was focusing on random fucking things. But that could just change, so we'll see. But yeah, I've got it on, which looks correct to me. Some holes line up, which is good. I'm going to bolt it on here anyway. Let's see. I think it goes on there like that. Right, because yeah, those. Oh fuck's sake! Everything just fell out. Man. Okay. Again, that goes on there. Like that. This goes in like that. Okay, it started focusing us around the place again. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Then it goes on there like this. Like that. Why is it focusing over here now? Fuck you, camera. I'm using my fiance's camera, so I don't really know how it works. You know what I need to get? I need to get like an iPhone 15 Max or whatever they filmed 28 years later on, which I haven't watched, but I just know that they filmed it on an iPhone. Okay, let's tie this up. What I don't like is how much they use Phillips heads. I really don't like Phillips heads because they're just, for me, they're just so easy to strip. I just can't help myself but do it. The problem I have. That seems to be going in there. Gasket looks a bit big, but I don't know. That's just how it is, I guess. Okay. Okay, whatever. That's tightened enough for now, and I'll tighten it a bit more in a bit. Yeah, okay, I think that's right. Then this bolts onto here, and I've got another gasket. This is an original gasket that was already on here, but it wasn't ruined, so I left it. These are new. This is a new gasket because this one just crumbled when I took it off. Yeah. Camera's just doing its thing, you know. Love it, love it, love it. Let's try changing it again. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on single focus instead of like the autofocus thing, because if not, it just keeps changing where it's trying to do. It does mean that I can't bring it too close, though I can always try to manually adjust it and things. But hopefully, it should be okay. Okay, so those bolts are coming out of here, and they go through this, then it goes through this. Never watch one of my videos and think it's a how-to. It's always a fumble about until it fucking works. Okay. Then I'm not entirely sure the orientation that this needs to go on there now. Let's look at the diagram again. So, see, that won't focus at all. So whatever, fuck you guys, can't see it. Well, in the diagram, this is orientated like that, kind of. And then, so it must go in there like that. That's just how that must go on there. I won't put that on just yet. Let me tighten these bolts, actually. Okay. Really hate Phillips head, because it's just going to strip out here. I push really hard. Okay, it just slips, and then it's just chewing up the head of it. I'm not sure like how tight it needs to be tightened down. Probably quite tight, but oh well, it's on there tight enough for me. If it comes flying apart my hands, it'd be funny. Okay, shit. Which way was it again? Hold this up there like that. Then this is there like that. Well, maybe I should put the engine back on. Maybe I should put the engine back on here first, actually. Okay, so how does this go on there? Left or right? Fuck. Let's have a look at one of the other things. If anyone's got any tips for me for video making, you know, to make it more entertaining or just a nicer experience to bloody watch, because it's a bit hectic, I know. Cool. It doesn't really help too much, I don't think. That's like that. Then, which side do I have the exhaust coming out of? The exhaust looks like it's coming out of this side. So it must go on there like that. No, that can't go, no, like that even. It must go in there like that. Okay, got another gasket. Let's find where that gasket is. Very organised, very organised, very organised. Oh, it's fallen on the floor. Okay. Okay, so then that just goes on there, like that. Question mark? Because it's like a weird little hole thing, so I'm guessing it goes around that weird little hole thing. Yep, sounds good. Okay, and then which way was it again? Like that. Just make sure the piston looks good. That's blurry. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad, I don't think. I mean, how would I know? I mean, I'm guessing the piston rings are okay because it's quite a tight fit to actually get it in there. So I'm just gonna assume it. Right, okay, so that's now on there. So now I need some nuts. Got a bunch of nuts in here. Do all these nuts have washers? I think they do. So, oh, come on. And then these are a little pain in the ass too. Let me change the video settings again to be autofocus and I'll show you. Alright, back to the autofocus, so I'm just going to reposition where it's trying to focus. There you go. So, it's quite annoying. You got these little... You got the little, where the screw comes out, or the bolt, here. Then you got where you have to put the nut. And then there's literally no room. Like if I put it like this, and the autofocus behaves, it's like trying, for some reason it just moves by itself. Like I position it to go like that, and then, you know, it focuses, and then it will just move itself, because why not? Anyway, as you can see, if I point it straight down, you can't see that nut at all. So there's no way you can get a socket in there. So you have to use a little spanner. And luckily, I already have my little spanner here, which is the correct size. I'm pretty sure, because it's the one that I left out. So let's just tighten this on. Alright. I can't even slip like the actual socket head up over there either. I just have to do it like this. Okay, so I've got the cylinder back on the crank. I now just need to put the carburetor back on. So let's do that. Let's see. Ah, bloody hell. I need to look at the diagram again. No, I forgot. Let's go back on that, go back again. You can see this. I'm using a website called LS Engineers. Pretty good. Well, except from the fact that some of these parts and things are wrong, but that's just how it is. Because all these websites have them wrong. Oh well, unless I guess it could be the case that someone else has taken this apart in the past and put different parts on it. It's possible. So it's either the website's wrong or someone's put some other weird parts on. Who knows? Who bloody knows? Which way do I hold this again? So I hold it like that, and then that means this goes on there like that. Is that right? Am I holding that the right way? No, I want to hold this towards me even. Well, I can't hold it towards me and it'd be like that. It has to be like that. Oh yes, of course it is like that. Okay, yeah. So I'm just like looking at the diagram and trying to piece it together. So that sits there like that. Make sure that gasket's on properly. And then just thread it on like so. Okay. Try to not have my elbow in the way of the camera. Well, camera's pointed up a bit more anyway. Bring myself towards you. Okay. Bring you down a bit more because it keeps trying to focus in some weird places. Like it's just. I just don't know what it's doing, man. It keeps trying to focus on the top left for some reason. There's nothing going on up here. Focus right here. That's all I wanted to do. Okay, I don't know how tight these need to be. There's no torque specs that I can find. And this one I'm going in with right now is kind of stripped out a little bit already. So should probably just put new ones in here. With like an Allen key head or something. So I really do not like Phillips head screws. They're just shit. They have even put like, there's a slot in there to put a flathead in as well, because they know that the Phillips head is shit and it's just going to break. So, you know, trying to cover their bases. Anyway, that's in there. So that's all attached now. So I guess I need to put the crank back on as well. So let's do that. I need to go run and get the grease for it because I had to clean some grease out, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've gone and got the multi-purpose grease. Brand new tube. Yeah, let's open this up. Like that. And this crankcase is literally just sitting on there because I left it all unscrewed when I first took it apart. And then I'm just going to plop some in. I hope it doesn't matter too much that there's a bit of leftover whatever was originally in here. When I took it off it was quite filled up, so I'm going to be quite generous with it. Make sure it gets in between all these parts. All over it. Like so. There we go. A little bit more. Why not? Maybe I put too much in there. Probably have, to be honest. But hopefully it won't cause too much of an issue. Okay. Let's just maneuver it all up. Like that. Got some tissue paper here, and then put that back on. And then we need to figure out which screws go in here. I think it's these ones. Pretty sure it's these ones. Funny story with these ones. When I first took this apart, I didn't realise that these ones actually had a hex head on here as well, so I could use like a socket. I thought they were just Allen key ones, and the Allen keys were just not working. No, sorry, not the Allen keys, Phillips head. Phillips head was just not working, and it was just stripping out. So I did get a hacksaw and cut some lines in it to so I could use a flathead instead. So let's see if I can find an example of that. Yeah, like this one. You can see I cut a line in it. Yeah. And then I realised, oh, they've got hex heads, so I can literally just use a socket. Speaking of which, oh no, I've got one here. Okay, I've got a socket set here. Hopefully it's got the right size socket still here. So I might have taken it upstairs or used it somewhere else. I don't know. We'll find it. I don't know where my my 1/4 inch 8mm gone, so I've had to go get my 1/2 inch instead. But that'll be fine. Doesn't really matter, does it? Am I missing one? I think I might actually be missing one. That's way too small. Oh. I'll have to find that. I'll have to try and find another one of these 8mm heads. Hopefully I've got one somewhere, or just like it's just laying around here somewhere in one of the other tubs. If not, I'm sure it can run for a bit, you know, just to see if it works without this one in. It's got so many in here already. But yeah, I'll speed this up. Okay, that's them all tightened down, and as you saw, I did actually manage to find the missing bolt, so that's great, brilliant. Now I have to put this onto here. So, I've got to try and remember which way this actually goes on there now. Pretty sure there's actually only one way it can fit. Okay, after playing about a bit and looking at the part diagram, not that the part diagram actually told me anything, it's these ones here with the washers on it. So that's what I'm currently now putting on with this. The head is just a bit too big to slide in there and do it, so I'm having to use the knuckle joint, the little bendy one, little bendy one, little bendy one. Let's just do this. Once again, I think this is just a part I'll speed up because it's okay, and it turns out actually that I was putting the bolts in and backward to front. I should have been doing it this way around. So this can actually fit in, and we can extend this. Not use the bendy joints. Bendy joints are shit. Okay, well, I've just found an image of one, and the carburetor is actually pointing downwards, and the exhaust does actually point upwards towards me. So, I mean, if that's how that is on this random image, then I'll say that's fine. Cool, so that's on there. Let's put the muffler back on. Must go on there like that, right? Wouldn't go on there like kind of does slot in there actually. Let's consult that image again. Oh shit. Well, it's all hidden up, but if I go by the shape of this, because that goes on there like that. So yeah, that looks to be right. Okay, cool. Let's get these little rusty heads. These little rusty nut head, nuts, like the little cap on them. Let's start threading it. Oh, I think these also do have washers. Slip them on first. lose things, but I don't lose lots of things. So far I haven't lost anything yet. So, you know, always leave room for me doing it in a second. Right, what size are these? They don't look like a 10 to me. Like quite smaller than a 10. Let's try whatever this is. That's massive actually. Let's try whatever this is. A 5.5? Bigger than a 5.5. What's this? A 9. Oh, it's going to be smaller than a 9. What's this? 7. Is it a 7? Well, it's a 7 seems to just do it, so I'm just going to use a 7. I don't think it is actually a 7. But it twists it enough, and it doesn't need to be super tight, so whatever. Just take that off. Well, I need to find an 8 still. Where's that 8 I had for the half inch actually? This should work. No, it is this one. No, what was this? What's this? This is a 10. Where's the 8 gone? Is this the 8? No. Where did that 8 go? Let's just talk about how I don't lose, how I haven't lost anything. Now I have. Oh no, here you go. Here's the 8. Okay, that's that on. That's that on. Cool, it's the muffler back on. Right, what do I do next then? Let's put the carb housing back together. So there's the filter. Here's the air filter. Been laying on my nice sawdusty dirty table. It's what you want for an air filter actually. Let's put that on. Then shit, hold on, wait, where does this go? This is the choke. So that just sits on there like that. Oh shit, the choke's meant to go in there like in here. See if I can slip it in there. No, okay, I need to take out one of these long bolts because the long bolt sits in the middle of the choke to let it pivot around it, so please don't strip on me. Please don't strip on me. It's not, I normally say please strip on me and then they just reject me. But it didn't strip. Well, that's good. That's what I want. I don't want it to strip on me, yeah. So I'm getting what I normally get. Hey! That's pretty good. Come on. Come on, you. Come on. It's not coming out now. That's because I can't get a grip on it. Come on, I need something flat. Oh no, I got it. Oh no, I lost it. Use that, there you go. Okay, so this slips in this hole. It should do at least. Was I not going in there now? Oh, there we go. Then, do I... if that all sits there like that, yeah, then I want that to be there. Okay. And then there's a hole. I'll try to show you. It's all around. Okay. Bullshit. You see, there's a hole here where the bolt goes. Oh shit, I'm not taking this out. Come on. Get in there. There we go. And there's a hole in the little red piece as well. And then this bolt slipped through that like this. All the way back down. And then tighten. Just zoom me back out so you can. And then I need to lift you up more too because the camera fucking stand is a bit shit. Okay. Just knocked some stuff on the floor. It looks like just the tea towels. Not the tea towels, the oh, you know, paper towels, kitchen paper. Okay, that's that. Ah shit, I might have done it a little bit too tight. Oops. Fuck. Oopsie. Might have bent the plastic. Ah, fuck. Well, who needs a choke anyway? Who needs a choke? It's a joke, of course. Of course, I'm going to try and fix this now. Come on. Yeah, look. I did the bolt up too tight and bent the plastic. Shit. Shit and cum. Shit, piss and cum. Well... No, it's to be pretty straight now. I'll put it in the other direction, in the other way around. Well, that must mean this bolt doesn't go very tight. I shouldn't be doing it very tight, because, like... If not, it just breaks the plastic. But then... It's a strange one, really, isn't it? Don't want to do it tight up at all. You think you want to do it kind of tight, so everything it's holding in doesn't just fall apart, but... There we go, that seems to work. That's better. That actually looks better than when than how it was originally. How it was originally, yeah, like it was bent and didn't actually seal that pretty well. So there you go. Let's put this back on. So I've got to find a couple screws. Well, actually, we'll leave that off. So I don't know what screws go on there, and I don't want to mix up the screws that are meant for that for something else. Okay. Right. What we're putting on now? Let's put on the crank cover. Also, where the starter is. Starter's in the crank housing. I did take this apart, like when I first got this, and rebuilt it. Spring's a bit naff. As you can see, it doesn't like spring all the way back in. Yeah. I mean, I tried spraying WD-40 and stuff to try and lube it up a bit, but it just doesn't really work too well. Okay, when I just tried to move the camera, I accidentally hit the stop record button, but you didn't really miss anything. All I did was put in this bolt with an Allen key head and found the Allen key. These did have, I think these had Phillips head bolts or screws in before. I bought some new ones with Allen keys just because they're so much easier and they don't strip as much really. It'd be nice actually if I found the right size Allen key. That'd probably be a good thing, wouldn't it? Too big. Now it's too small. one that's too big and one that's too small. Have I got one that's just right? No, I don't. Well, I do. It's just going to be in the other set, which I've mislaid somewhere else. Well, it would also help if I actually got an Allen key, because... Oh, no, that is an Allen key. I have actually, luckily. I just got this whole Allen key set, though, right next to me, which I can just use. So, yeah, it all works out in the end. Just pull this out. Not sure if this is the right size or not. No. What's that? 2.5mm is too big. So let's try a 2mm one. 2mm seems to work. Okay. Lovely. Okay, that's that back on. Let's do the fuel tank now. Gotta try and remember where that goes actually. Where's the fuel tank go? I know it points downwards somewhere. It sits on here like this. Doesn't it? Or is it? Where does it go? It sits on the back here, doesn't it? It sits on there like... Just dropped it. That's okay. It sits on there like that. It's why it's all these cables and things that just move out the bloody fucking way. Oh, you little bitch. I've just noticed that. Oh, no, Dari. I'm seeing things. I'm getting schizophrenic. Okay, so... What did I say again in the video? When the fuel tank's pointing away from me, this one goes... Shit, I remember. Okay. Let's go and figure that out first. So I'm just going to go watch back this video, or one of the first clips, and figure out where that goes. Okay, so I've just gone and watched the video back, and say it with me, remember, the one with the sheath goes in the top hole. Yes. One of the sheath goes in the top hole. That's what I said, isn't it? It's always such a tight little bloody fit to get it in there. You've got to like squeeze it and push it in. Come on. Oh, I just remembered. And one of these actually goes to the fuel filter. Bloody hell. Oh, I don't remember which one goes to the fuel filter now. Shit. So one of them's a return line, one of them's the go-to line, and I can never find out online. Oh shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna assume the one with the sheath is the go-to line. Whatever, man. Right, let's just pull that little rubber bung out. Pull the little rubber bung out of the thing with the holes in it. And try and get back in. You've got to try and squeeze and shove, squeeze and shove, squeeze and shove. Sounds like a good night to me. Okay, I'll put the fuel filter on there. If someone does know which, like, on the carburetor where each one's meant to go into, let me know, because I don't really know. And then we'll just shove this one in there too. This one's a bit harder, so it's easy to get in. There you go. And now all I've got to do is put this back in. Fuel tank. Come on, squeeze and shove, squeeze and shove. Squeeze and shove. Squeeze and shove. Squeeze and shove. There we go, pop it back in. Okay, that's in. Then I've got to try and maneuver this round to get it. I should have had this in the right place really when I just did it, but that's fine. There we go. Okay. Then let's put this in finally. Come on. First screw's the hardest. Once that's in, it's so much easier. Come on. Yeah. Bitch. Okay. Make sure now the tubes are pinched. And then let's just start screwing. It's annoying. It's always annoying when the bolt's not tight enough for the ratchet mechanism on the wrench to actually engage. And you got to try and hold it, and it's even more annoying if it's a tight space like a car or something. It's not so bad here. Okay, that's on. Doesn't need to be ultra tight, especially because I now need to move this into place. Okay, come on. I have actually just remembered that I forgot to put the coil back in the crank housing. You know, the coil that generates the electricity for the spark plug. I need to put that back on actually. I'm going to take the crank housing back off. That's okay. So if I've got to take the crank housing back off, that means I need to take the fuel tank off as well, I believe actually. So I might as well. Let's just see it actually. Let's take the cranking, this housing back off first, because the fuel tank screws into the crank housing. So yeah, okay, that's all them broken loose. And while we're just sitting here doing this, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see one of the lawnmowers first, or the strimmer next, to do a complete rebuild on. Just take it all apart, clean it all up. I mean, first of all, I need to actually, see if they start as well. I haven't done that. See if they all start. And you find the fuel leaks as well on both the lawnmowers. I don't think there's a fuel leak on the strimmer. At least the guy didn't say there was. And when I picked up the lawnmower, the guy I was talking to, his name's Paul. He's a really nice guy. We got along very well. He's quite old. But then he started going on about like the 13 or something, some like conspiracy of the 13 that control the world governments, and yeah, it kind of went off a bit of a rail there. Normally in those situations, I just nod along and smile and go, yeah, I know, yeah, of course, because you don't really want to have to confront some crazy people. Like, I'm not saying there's no, external government bodies that have influence on the government, but I just think people go a bit too far with it, you know? Like, sure, yeah, people in government probably get paid money and they get bribed and, you know, they probably have sex with children and stuff and then get, what's it called, blackmailed with it, like what Jeffrey Epstein was doing, that kind of thing, you know? Crazy world, crazy bloody world. Okay, so let's put, shit. So I need to actually rewire this too. So, yeah, okay. I need to get the solder and iron and the solder out. I need to reattach this wire onto the starter because obviously it's come off at some point. The ground wire just connects straight. Okay, so I need to go find my solder and iron, and my solder, and then I'll come back and solder this up to it again. I found the soldering iron, and I got a little bit of solder left. I don't know where my big wheel is. This is just some shit that came with it. I haven't actually got any flux, which I just remembered. Whatever. I'm not a very good soldering anyway. It's not gonna be the prettiest, but as long as it holds on there, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't think. So let's get this hot, hot, hot. You know it, hot, hot, hot. You want it, hot, hot, hot. I haven't said his lyrics just right, but tell me what movie that's from. It's got a train in it. There's a little hint for you. You want it, hot, hot, hot. You got it, hot, hot, hot. So there's already some solder on this wire, so what I'm going to try and do is melt it off. I think it's just in the way. Come on. I think this is still heating up. It's just like a little handheld one, so it's not the best. Oh, it actually turned itself off. Maybe it's out of juice. That would be great, wouldn't it? Now I have to go charge this. Okay, heat up, heat it up. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, okay. Now it's melting. It's melting and falling off. Kind of what I wanted to do. Having to just scrape it off a bit at a time. Those lovely cancerous fumes. Okay, well that's pretty much cleaned up. I'll try and strain it out a bit. And then, how hot is that? Okay, it's cooled down. Then, there's like a little jacket that's meant to go into. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in there, really. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, good. I really do not like doing electrical shit. It's kind of just annoying. Especially when it's fiddly like this. Like, I don't think I can really get it in there. Not in the current state it's in anyway. Just try and twist it up some more. So it's not all just kind of like spread out. Get into like a nice little point or something and then try and jam it in this little hole. Okay, it's kind of got in. It's more or less in there. Probably less in there than more. Oh no, it's pretty good in there now. Okay, I can bend it over itself a little bit. So that's kind of holding already, and I'll just add some solder on top just to... Oh shit. Oh, okay, that's the camera. Just doing its own thing, falling down. Don't know how well you'll be able to see me doing this. Ooh, cancer fumes, cancer fumes. I'm not really sure how you meant to solder, really, to be honest. I just kind of like pile it up until, you know, it looks pretty okay. So that looks more or less okay to me. Kind of running out of the wire here. I did just cut it in half, so that's good. There you go. Bring it all directly in. Straight into my face. Okay, I think. Try and show. Ah, fuck. What did I just touch it? I didn't even mean to touch it there. Okay. Trying to show you it. Come on, focus. There you go. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty in there, I think. It's not gonna... Give it a little tug, it wiggles, but I don't think it will come out, actually. So that's good, that's good. That's all we need, that's all we need. Okay. Zoom you out. Position you a little bit better. Okay, and now this... it just fits in there like so. There is actually this like black rubber cover for where the wire is meant to fit through, but obviously I haven't put it through there, so I'm just going to take that off and just leave it out. Spot plug thing goes there. Now those should be lined up. Now I need to find two of the screws that go in. I've got some like wood screws in here, but I'm not sure. I don't think they're off this. Like they're just some random wood screws. What screw do you need? This one, that kind of fits. Does that fit? No, that's too loose. Is it this one? That's also kind of too loose. Someone actually fit in there. That one does. That one's the one that's too loose. That's a wood screw. I think the wood screws actually do come off this. For some reason they just do use just wood screws. Okay, I don't know where the other screw is for it. I'm just going to do it with one screw at the moment. It should be fine. Oh, and another is I really just do not like Phillips heads. That screw, does that one fit? Not really. Well, so many random screws just laying about. Is there any more in here? No. I don't know. I need to find a screwdriver too that actually fits this Phillips head. There you go. Okay, and I can already feel it wanting to strip out on me, and I haven't even tightened it very much. It's just, they're just shit. I hate Phillips. Whoever invented it's retard. They should have just used Allen keys. Allen keys at everything. Or just hex heads, so I can use a socket. Yeah, I really just don't know where the other screw is for it. Because I've got all these ones in here, just none of them. That looks identical. Maybe it is that one. I think it is actually this one. Am I going in? I can't tell. No. It looks exactly the same as the one I just put in there, just like a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter. Let's take this one out actually and just compare the two. Phillips heads. Because they just never want to like properly engage and. Well, that's the other thing with Phillips heads, right? Like the way that they're designed, it makes you think that a Phillips head that's too small, slightly too small, slightly too big, will actually work, where it won't work and it will just damage the head. Whereas Allen keys, you can tell because there's like a lot of wiggle and things. It's just so much easier. I'm saying the sockets anyway. Yeah. Yeah, there's one's just longer than the other. I don't know where the other one is. That's this long. I need the longer one. Saying that, I think it is literally no, not that one. Where is it? No, that's just two. Oh no, that does work, I think. It is this one. What was throwing me off is, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Try and zoom in more. I don't know if you can see how chewed up that head is. That's because, you know, none of the Phillips heads I was working was the right size, and I just couldn't find one that fit. So I just ended up having to use a hacksaw to get it out, like hacking the head up and then getting one that actually fits it. The other one just came out easily, so that's why that one's not all hacked up. But I don't know, I just don't like Phillips. Maybe I'm just retarded, right? Like maybe I just do things like wrong. Could very well be the case. How does this go on now? There we go. This little metal covering or thing, spacer, which goes in, and then the little foam, then the housing, that. Then this is actually where the wood screws are used, I remember now. For some reason they do just use these actual wood screws. Again, they might not be original parts, or maybe they are, who can tell. Not you, because the camera's not bloody focusing again. There you go. Again, the Phillips on this is basically all the way stripped out. I mean, that's barely even screwing in. And same with this one. Whatever. got some flathead grooves cut into them. I think they were I think that's from factory. Okay, because they know how shit Phillips are, so they actually have to add flathead grooves on there too, because for when they inevitably give out. Okay. Am I forgetting anything? It's the fuel tank on, the crank is all lubed up and on, the starter's on, the coil's on, spark plug's on, carb's on, all the gaskets are on. Right. Let's see, I have still got some screws. What are these for? I don't actually know. Maybe I'll just try and start it and see what happens. Let's just see if it turns over. It turns over. I've actually got a compression test kit, which I haven't ever used yet, which we could give a go. These sockets, long sockets I got. I'm not sure what size I need here. There's the spark plug. Oh God. What size do we need? That's way too big, what I've got out. That's too small. It's also not going to work. That'll work though. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? This, is that ½ inch? No, I need an actual inch. Whatever. Let's just try and start it, and we'll see what happens. So I'll fill up some fuel and see, and talk to you in a second. Okay, I'm outside. It's a little bit windy, so sorry if you hear that. I've got the fuel here, some petrol, with the two-stroke engine oil already in it. So it should all be ready to go. Oh, fuck the funnel. I'll just raw dog it in. That'll be enough for a test. Be plenty. Fuel cap. Where did I put it? Pretty sure I put it in one of my pockets. Do that back up first so I don't knock it over. Where's the bloody fuel cap gone? What? I literally had it 10 seconds ago. Okay, I'm gonna go look for that now. Okay, I found the fuel cap. Okay, let's make sure that doesn't leak. Wait, what? There's a bunch of fuel just... That's all leaked out. No. There's a bit of fuel, a bit of crap in there. I'm just going to tip it out next to the shed. Just because I can't remember if I've Just because I don't know, like, if I put the fuel filter on the right line or not. I don't want some crap being in the fuel tank and, you know, getting to the engine, so I took it out next to the shed. Don't want things growing next to my shed anyway, so. Okay, well now I've got petrol literally everywhere. So if it does ignite, hopefully it doesn't, you know, ignite me. Oh fuck. It's taken away from that petrol. Let me set this up properly so you can see me. Right, let's give this a whirl, shall we? Oh wait, I haven't pressed the fuel bulb. Press that in a couple times. Make sure there's some fuel in there. Okay, well, I probably tugged out some more than I should have done. Should have given up after a while. So I'm just gonna take the spark plug out and then find out if that's got spark or not. I've just gone and got the adapter for the socket, got the spark plug out. It doesn't look so too bad to me. So I'm just gonna see if it sparks. It sparks. It's not the spark plug causing an issue. Let's try putting some more fuel in. So I've got spark. Maybe I just didn't add enough fuel to the tank for it to actually like get into the lines or something, I don't know. gonna try and use the funnel this time. Really just does not want to go on there. Okay, got basically a full tank now. Also, always good to put the cap back on. What the fuck have I just found here? That's mental. Well, that's great. I found an earbud that I dropped ages ago, and look, it's fucked up. It's all come apart. Well, that's not usable anymore. I dropped that ages ago. Couldn't find it, and oh, found it now. Okay. That's the fuel tank basically full. So I'll try it again. I can't see if there's fuel in the fuel bulb or not. Maybe it's because there's no fuel in the fuel bulb. Oh no, there's definitely fuel in there. Huh. Well, it's all in there. But it ain't started. I don't really know why it's not starting though. Let's take the cover off and Oh. Well, that's pretty not good. There's fuel in the air filter in the where the air is meant to be getting into the carburetor. I think the fuel that was in the air filter housing was just from when I was filling it up and it might have spilled over. Definitely got compression because it's not easy to pull, and it's a lot easier when I take the spark plug off to pull. So it's definitely got some sort of compression. Oh. And there's more fuel in the air filter housing now. Maybe I'll just put it together wrong, so fuel's coming out the wrong way. Don't know if I can just try taking the spark plug off and pouring a bit of fuel in there and seeing if that starts it. Let's just try that. That's a stupid idea. Let's try pouring just like a very small amount in there. Okay, pretty too much, but screw it. Okay, let's see if that starts with a bit of fuel already in the engine. Probably won't. No, nothing. Yeah, more fuel's coming out of the air filter, out of the carb. So I probably just put it back together wrong. I think what I'll do now though, is because this video is already pretty long, is I'll end it here for today. Hopefully some people can leave some comments that are going to be helpful for this. Tell me how I put the carb wrong if you've seen it, because I don't know how well it looks on camera. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. You enjoy the rest of your days, or else.